to, adjust, fire, and move on.
Yeah.
And people so much in the civilian side are so afraid to mess up or
Mm-hmm.
make an error because they're going to get in trouble, they're going to get fired. We all make mistakes. That's where there's pencils on erasers, like
Right.
adjust, fire, move on. And I actually had an employee one time when I was working at a company. I was a generalist, and the HR assistant was assigned to me, and she had a good 30 years on me,
Oh, okay.
and she was nice, bless her
Uh-huh.
soul. I also caught on very quickly to how she operated. She wouldn't always write things down, so that way at the end of the day, if she didn't have it wrote down, then she didn't know or whatever, so she didn't have something, like she couldn't be blamed. And finally one day I go, I don't know what you're used to, but that's not how I operate.
Mm-hmm.
Again, we adjust, fire, we move on. You make a mistake, we say what we learned from it, here's how we're going to fix it, here's what we're going to do going
Yeah.
forward, and you go on. And we're so afraid to do that so much in the civilian side, because we're afraid, to make a mistake, or how's it going to affect the bottom line. I mean, I can tell you that the CEOs and the owners, they're fucking up, but they're not telling anyone because it makes them look weak, or it makes it
Yeah.
look like they're not competent. But that's how you get to where you are. A lot of trial and error,
Yeah.
and taking notes on, like, yeah, I mean, it's like one of those old, Looney Tunes cartoons where, they're doing some sort of science experiment, and then, it keeps like flipping to the next one. It's like number 242, or, whatever. I mean, you have to keep having that trial and error, because that's how we get better, how we make perfection. Not even perfection, but that's how we just get better,
Get
and we
better.
get close to being where we need to be. And
Yeah.
it's amazing how I think I'm so annoyed by how we sit here and try to say we have become so great in society, we've become so more progressive, but we're not.
No.
We are not when it comes to this, to work. It's like we still hold those old ideologies true. And it's like no one, wants to, I got to work more than 40 hours a week because I'll get in trouble, or, I can't make a mistake or I'll get in trouble. No, that's not how that works.
No.
I would rather someone who sit there and came to me and is like, yeah, Travis, I effed up royally,
Mm-hmm.
but here's what I did to fix the problem. Here's what I'm going to do going forward. I did that tons of times when I worked for one of the companies with my two CEOs, where I'm like, whoopsies, my bad. And I go, but here's how I fixed it. And I go, okay.
Uh-huh.
And I wouldn't even almost give them the option to talk. Like, I was just like, okay, before you could even, start to scream, here's what's going to happen going forward.
Right.
And like, okay, thank you for being honest. Let's go. And I think we don't have those crucial conversations.
No.
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 And that's what's sad. I mean, because that's how you can see how someone's progressing and they're changing, and how they can truly own their mistake and make it better.
Yeah.
So who knows these days?